welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Lauren McLellan, or Loz as majority of people call me. Today I'm just going to be doing the what it is like working in retail and hospitality. I cannot express to you, like, there are so many amazing moments that can be that can happen in both of these industries, but I'm telling you, there can be a lot that aren't good. Okay, let's get started. Number 1. This was probably the biggest thing that happened when I was working in hospitality in particular. So when I was working in this industry in particular, it was actually when I was a barista the most. So I'd be making coffees, preparing cakes and all that fun stuff, and usually most of the cakes would come with like cream or ice cream or something beautiful and delicious like that. And anyway, I had this one lady who I took her coffees out, took her cakes out, but then she came back and she wanted more cream. And I was like, yeah, sure. Just like, we used to serve them in a cute little like container, like enough for 2 people. And then she came back a 3rd time and she's like, honey, can I please get some more cream? And I was like, honey, do you need that cream? No. So I didn't give her another thing of cream because I had already given her like 4. And I'm just like, how much can one person need cream? Number 2. This also happened when I was a barista. I would always make my coffees extra hot, like no matter if people were like extra hot or medium or whatever. Like whatever they asked for heat wise, I would just always make it extra hot, because 9 times out of 10, as soon as you take the coffee out to them, and then it's sitting there for a bit and they're like, this isn't hot enough. And I'm like, sweetie, I took that coffee out to you like 10 hours ago and it's still sitting there and I've watched you. So you can drink that cup of coffee. Number 3. Okay, so this happened when I was working in retail in shoes in particular. A lot of customers would come back with no receipt, and every time we sold a pair of shoes, we did accept refunds, but we literally would only take refunds if the shoes weren't worn and they had a receipt. So that they were the only 2 exceptions that we had on offer with refunds. So yes, whenever someone would come back and be like, oh, these shoes are faulty, I would just be like, do you have a receipt? And she'd be like, no, I lost it. And then I looked at the shoes and they literally had been worn like 20 times. Like the whole sole had pretty much come off the shoes. And I'm just like, I can't resell this. Who do you think I am? Number 4. So this one happened to me back when I was in hospitality, and usually would happen like at night time around like 7 o'clock, 7:30. It just kind of like depended on the day, like what day of the week. But a lot of the time there would just be random groups of like 15 to 20 people who would rock up and be like, hey, can we grab some dinner? And we've got like a full restaurant of like 100+ people, and they just come in being like, do you have a table for us? I'm like, honey, you've got like 15 to 20 people. You didn't make a booking. Like, how can you expect to eat anyway if you've got that many people and just rock up to a restaurant and be like, can you make me some food? No, that's not how it works. Number 5. I can't even describe how angry this gets me. When people in hospitality, when say there's a nice group of ladies having a nice coffee, catching up, doing what they do best, and all of a sudden you see this, and I'm like, are you serious? I cannot stand when people click at you, like wanting your attention. Whenever someone did that to me, I would just like purposely ignore them or just walk away or just go do something else because I had a million other things to be doing. And I'm just like, I'm not a dog. Like, I am a human, sweetheart. Don't click at me. Like usually nice people are just like, you know, they'll look at you or just be like, oh, I'm ready, like, is it okay if we order now? And I'm like, yeah, of course, like that's so nice. There were like 80% of people are nice, so don't judge me on that. But the other 20%, not okay.
Number 6.
When you go over to a customer's table and they've all finished their meals and you start taking their plates away and you're asking how their meals are. And then they're like, oh, it was a bit tough, or I think it was too runny, or my steak wasn't cooked enough. Yet the entire plate is like empty. They've eaten the whole thing. And I'm like, honey, if this was too tough or not cooked enough, you wouldn't have even eaten that. So it must have been okay.
Number 8.
This also used to annoy me. It was actually quite disgusting as well. It wasn't just annoying, it was revolting. So when I was working in shoes, we would have this nice little box of like fresh stockings for people to try on shoes with if they wanted to have a stocking on. And you would give them their pair of stockings, and then like 5-10 minutes later they'll take them off and they'll put them back in the fresh box of fresh stockings. Yes. 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 It happened a lot. A lot.
I just find that so disgusting. So disgusting.
Number 9. Leaving empty coffee cups and food scraps and containers on the shop floor where it could just easily be spilled all over the couches, all over the carpet, all over the merch. What do people think? I'm not a cleaner. If I was a cleaner, I would become a cleaner. I didn't become a cleaner, so don't put your rubbish on my shop floor, people.
Number 10.
Before the store opened, you would make the store looking beautiful. All the shoes would be in their correct order, all looking perfect, ready for the customers to come in and observe and come by. So you would be doing that for like an hour before the store opened, half an hour to an hour, just depends like how early you got there. And they would come in and just go. Just chucking shoes everywhere. And I'm like, I didn't come in here an hour early for you to throw shoes everywhere. Like, and sometimes, especially on Boxing Day last year, I found this was the worst. People would just like pick up a shoe, and then I worked in like a center that had like 4 or 5 floors, I think it was. And people would just take one shoe, just one that they wanted to try on, and take it with them 5 floors up. Yeah, it happened. And then say it was the last size 8 and you go at the back to your storeroom to get the size 8 that someone else wanted to try on of the exact same shoe, and that was your last size 8, and then you can't find the display pair because the display pair is 5 floors up and you don't know that because that person took it up there and didn't decide to bring it back down. So you can imagine on Boxing Day with thousands of people in one center at one time. Not fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!